What's up everybody, I'm Stella Chung and this is the Weekly Fix, the show where we round up all the gaming and entertainment headlines you may have missed this week. Xbox has recently overhauled its game library interface and much more, plus Logitech may have leaked a new white Series X model. In the entertainment world, Wakanda Forever merch may have spoiled the new Black Panther, and we deep dive into the official Last of Us series trailer. Remember to stay hydrated and let's jump right into it.
Microsoft released its September update for the Xbox Series and Xbox One consoles, and it comes with some noticeable changes. The update completely revamps the game library with the My Games and Apps section redesigned to give more streamlined access to anything the user can play from their own library and what's available to them through Game Pass, EA Access, and the like. Meanwhile, owners of an Xbox Elite Controller Series 2 can now change the color of the Xbox button to any color of the RGB rainbow. On a more functional note, users now have the option to select different installation locations such as expansion cards, external hard drives, and more. Or you can let Xbox do the math, installing your game wherever's fastest and has the most free space. Xbox One and Windows users will now get the Party Chat noise suppression feature that was released for Xbox Series X and S earlier in September. And PC users will now be able to share gameplay captures with a link and start parties through the Xbox app. We don't know much about the upcoming Splinter Cell remake other than Ubisoft has officially confirmed its existence, but a new job listing might hint at what's in store. The listing in question is for a script writing position, and it reads, "Using the first Splinter Cell game as our foundation, we are rewriting and updating the story for a modern-day audience. We want to keep the spirit and themes of the original game while exploring our characters and the world to make them more authentic and believable." Some fans may not like the idea of deviating from the source material, but considering how much the geopolitical landscape has changed since the original Splinter Cell was released in 2002, it's understandable that Ubisoft Toronto would want to give Sam Fisher's approach to Global Crisis Aversion a more modern spin. And hey, if you think you got what it takes to help modernize Splinter Cell, it doesn't hurt to apply. And lastly, YouTuber Donkey is switching gears from playing games and cracking jokes about them to actually making them. Games, I mean, not jokes. Donkey and his wife have founded a publishing company called Big Mode, which is set to help indie games stand out from other titles that may not get the attention they deserve. Big Mode is making a point of not publishing games that contain NFTs, blockchain, or crypto, and has already opened submissions for developers to reach out. Despite Donkey occasionally coming at IGN for some of our reviews, a lot of us here are still fans of his, myself included, and I personally look forward to seeing what Big Mode cooks up. And please don't clip this and send it to him. Let's keep the peace. Cool? Thanks. It seems a different version of the Xbox Series X was spotted in a new Logitech advertisement, and some are wondering if this new look for the console will be available for fans to buy. An ad for Logitech's Astro A30 wireless headset seemingly shows the unreleased white Xbox Series X in the background, sitting on a shelf with several consoles, peripherals, and controllers. But is this a leak or simply a custom look made just for this ad? Currently, there are only two official versions of the console, the default black version available since its launch in 2020, and a special edition Halo Infinite Xbox Series X. What do you think of the white Series X? Should they make a black Series S? Comment down below and let me know. Moving on, it seems we have more details regarding the origin story of Mortal Kombat's iconic logo, as the co-creator revealed where its inspiration came from. In a threaded Twitter post, John Tobias revealed the original hand-drawn logo he created for the first Mortal Kombat game, originally drawn in pencil before Tobias and Mortal Kombat artist John Vogel digitized it. According to Tobias, quote, "The inspiration to use a dragon as the fictional tournament symbol came from Dragon Attack, which was in contention as our game's title before Ed Boon and I changed it to Mortal Kombat. The name Dragon Attack derived from Ed Boon's love of the Queen song, but was changed to Mortal Kombat." Tobias recounted how, quote, "The inspiration for the dragon icon's design started when John Vogel saw a golden dragon statue on the desk of Midway's general manager, Ken Fedane. John borrowed it to digitize for use in our game's background. The logo was almost scrapped forever when Tobias' sister mistook the design for a seahorse. Thankfully, the team kept the design concept, as the Mortal Kombat logo is possibly the most iconic in all of video game history. And lastly, a PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man game is getting a PC port, and fans will probably mod it as soon as it's out. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming to PC this fall, as developer Insomniac Games released a PC teaser trailer for the upcoming port. Now the real question is, what outlandish mods will come out when it's released? We've already seen the Kermit rendition with voiceovers and all, so it'll be interesting to see what the community cooks up.
How long have you been watching me? Watching us? Bye, Felicia!
One fan has done the unthinkable. Inside Super Mario Maker, spending 7 years creating an entire Mario game he has dubbed Super Mario Bros. 5. On Twitter, Metroid Mike 64 tweeted his recent accomplishment of creating a fully fledged out super world in Mario Maker 2, tweeting the quote, "I've finally finished creating my super world in Mario Maker 2 and have unofficially named it Super Mario Bros. 5. I've been working towards this moment since 2015, trying to create a classic Mario game that plays as if Nintendo created it themselves." Metro Mike has been playing this since the first Mario Maker in 2015, but when the sequel came out for the Switch, he painstakingly imported them block for block from his first game to the second, leveraging the addition of the World Maker update in Mario Maker 2. Using it to stitch together 40 courses spread across 9 worlds in 3 different styles, Metroid Mike was able to finish his love letter to the NES/SNES era of Mario, which includes hallmark new touches. Metroid Mike promises a classic Mario game without the highly difficult skill challenge that is fun as heck to play. To check out the game for yourself, look for the Mario Maker 2 ID in the description. Pretty cool, Mike. Now live up to your username and make a new Metroid game. Moving on, E3 is officially returning in 2023 as an in-person event for fans and industry professionals, and the dates were announced this morning. E3 is partnering with event production company ReedPop to return in 2023 to Los Angeles Convention Center for an in-person experience from June 13th to the 16th with a partner digital event that will precede the physical expo starting on June 11th. ReedPop is no stranger to organizing major fan events and has been behind New York Comic Con, various PAXs, Star Wars Celebration, and more. Continuing the trend started in 2017, E3 will be open to the public in addition to industry professionals and press. But this time around, E3 is keeping business and pleasure separate. E3 business days will take place from Tuesday, June 13th till Thursday, June 15th. And E3 gamer days follow from Thursday, June 15th till Friday, June 16th and will take place in a different hall. This approach is similar to how events like Tokyo Game Show and Gamescom are structured, and it's probably an improvement over previous years when professional and consumer attendees all got turned loose at once to fight over demo stations. E3 has had a rocky few years. In 2019, the personal information of 2,000 attendees were leaked. In 2022, it was canceled due to COVID. In 2021, it was unfocused and an underwhelming digital event. And this year, it was MIA entirely. So let's hope 2023 is E3's year to shine big. And lastly, a new Silent Hill game was cited on a Korean rating website, and many assume this may be a totally different game than the ones that were recently leaked. The Game Rating and Administration Committee of Korea have publicly posted an unannounced game titled Silent Hill: The Short Message. The publisher, listed as Uni Ani, has also published Konami's recent free-to-play soccer game eFootball 2023. Before you get too excited, Uni Ani is known for its production of arcade cabinets, so this could be a Silent Hill arcade experience rather than a full-fledged console game. Or worse, a pachinko machine. Aside from the title, nothing is currently known about this game. It's been 10 years since the last full Silent Hill game, but with the recent downpour of leaks and rumors, that dry spell might finally be coming to an end. If you're brand new to Overwatch 2, you won't be able to play every hero from the original roster without doing some hard time. A new blog on the official Overwatch website revealed that new players who wish to unlock the entire original roster of Overwatch 1 heroes will need to grind through roughly 100 matches. The post states new players begin with access to a limited set of game modes, heroes, and some other restrictions to onboard them more gradually. The first phase of our new first-time user experience rapidly unlocks all the game modes and the ability to chat in-game, and the second phase unlocks all the original Overwatch heroes over the course of approximately 100 matches. The reasoning behind this decision was to prevent new players from being overwhelmed with too many character abilities and unique counters to learn. The post continues by stating the game would be structured in a way that, quote, eases new players into the world of Overwatch by teaching them about different modes, rules, and other high-level aspects of the game in an approachable way. However, these restrictions won't be in place if new players are in a group together. They'd be able to try out heroes and game modes that may still be locked. The post does single out competitive modes, first-time user experience restrictions, saying, quote, competitive is the only exception as new players will have to complete a specific challenge to access it. So that means 100 games for 32 heroes, which means a new hero every 3 matches. If new players are matched separately and play against other new players, that could be a solid tutorial alternative. Most of the Overwatch community seems quite happy with this, but what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Skull and Bones has been in development hell for nearly a decade, and it seems the ship won't be leaving the harbor come November after all. Ubisoft announced a new release date for the highly anticipated Pirate Battler, March 9th, 2023. The publisher explained the game will need another 4 months to, quote, further polish and balance the experience following technical tests and insider program feedback from prior closed betas. A spin-off of the naval combat in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Skull and Bones development has been pretty rocky since its reveal back at E3 2017. It was meant to be released on last-gen consoles in 2018 until its first delay saw it pushed back to 2019-2020, and then to 2020, and then again to 2021, and then again until 2022. It finally got a firm November 8th release date until now, anyway. That's 5 announced delays. Considering the game will be the first of Ubisoft's published games to retail at $70, let's hope all the kinks are worked out before February. And let's hope it doesn't get delayed a 6th time. Skull and Bones is coming to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Google Stadia, Amazon Luna, and PC, with Ubisoft Plus users on PC, Stadia, and Luna getting the game on day 1 as part of the service. And lastly, Pokemon has unveiled a new Diglett-like Pokemon coming to Scarlet and Violet, and to be honest, it kinda is weirdly adorable. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company released a new video showcasing Wiglet, a new Pokemon coming to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It looks very similar to Diglett, and at first glance may look like a potential not safe for work takedown waiting to happen. It's an entirely different Pokemon to Diglett, who's more like a mole. Wiglet is a type of worm eel found on beaches wiggling with its other worm buddies. Whether you decide to wiggle it just a little bit in the Paldea region or not, there's a ton to look forward to in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet when it comes out on November 8th.
It's time to take a quick break. When we come back, we list Wolverine moments we'd like to see in Deadpool 3, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever may have gotten some big details leaked. See you in a bit. Welcome back. The Last of Us series just dropped its official trailer, and we break down the biggest takeaway from it. But before that, spoiler alert, because a new LEGO set may have just leaked who's under the Black Panther suit in the upcoming Wakanda Forever movie. Let's find out who it might be.
Now, since we first got a glimpse of Wakanda Forever, the internet has been buzzing to figure out who might be taking over as the Black Panther. Well, it seems we might have confirmation of a few fan theories after this Instagram user posted pictures of a Wakanda Forever Lego playset. Now, while Lego hasn't posted official images of the playset, these photos look pretty convincing. Now, the first photo shows us the playset scene, and you can see the cast pictured on the right side of the box. And on the back, we have further details of what you can expect from the playset, including another picture of the cast in Lego form. Now, on the back, however, we see Letitia Wright's Shuri donning the new Black Panther suit, indicating she'll be taking over for T'Challa in the film. Now, this is, of course, in line with the comics, as Shuri has stepped into the role of the iconic Wakandan superhero many times. So while it's less of a fan theory being confirmed by this Lego playset, it's more so confirmation that Marvel Studios are following suit with what has been established within the pages of the comics. It's honestly an obvious choice. I mean, how many of you suspected Shuri would be the new Black Panther? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Now, fortunately, we don't have to wait too long for the film, as Wakanda Forever releases in theaters November 11th. Now, in other news, there's a new Yeezy documentary coming out based on solving the mystery of Kanye Quest 3030. Now, you may or may not remember the unlicensed RPG video game based on the multi-platinum artist, which had a hidden secret ending that led some to suspect it was part of a recruitment drive for a cult. Yeah, now the web series is called Finding Yeezus, scheduled to hit YouTube September 26th. But if you don't feel like waiting, just check out this video that the Nexpo did, 35-minute long video on Kanye Quest he did 2 years ago. Probably more insightful than whatever this web series has to offer. I'm sorry guys, it's a very slow news day. And finally, it's a he, Mario. Y'all know what I mean. Anyways, we'll be getting our first look at the upcoming Mario movie at New York Comic Con. Now, NYCC teased out this image, letting us know that we'd be getting a teaser trailer on October 6th at 4 p.m. ET. So obviously, you know, we'll be here to break it all down and clown around with the guy with the mustache. Yeah. So obviously, we'll be here to break it all down and give you all the one-up on what's up. Now, we got the latest trailer for the upcoming HBO Max series, The Last of Us, and with it comes a few details gleaned from the trailer that'll likely keep fans excited for its release. Now, one major takeaway is getting our first glimpse of the infected enemy from the video game series, The Clicker. Now, while it was very, very brief, we were able to see the attention to detail the production team for the series is taking in its approach to The Walking Dead. Now, we even got to hear the Clicker's sound mixed in with the HBO intro, which was a very subtle nod to the build-up to the intense moments experienced in the games when you encounter one of them. Now, the infected enemies in The Last of Us are rather unique, so it'll be great to see how they're able to take them on in live action. Still no release date just yet for the HBO series, but it's expected to premiere sometime in 2023. All right, now in other news, Netflix dropped the very first images of the Onimusha anime coming to streaming. Now, based on the hit Capcom franchise that's laid dormant since 2006, the animation is a mixture of CGI and hand-drawn backgrounds. The synopsis for the series, courtesy of Gamatsu, is, quote, "The beginning of the Edo period, Musashi is no longer a young man. He departs with the legendary Oni Gauntlet to defeat the Jinma." Now, no release date just yet on the upcoming anime, but we'll let you know as soon as we do. And finally, also based on a very popular video game franchise, Nier Automata version 1.1a is slated for a January 2023 release date. Famed studio Aniplex will be producing the anime, and the creator of the Nier Automata series has assured fans that the anime will not be a rehash of the video game. It'll serve up a slew of new stories for fans of the franchise. And you can look forward to Nier Automata version 1.1a early next year. Right now, with Ryan Reynolds revealing Hugh Jackman will be reprising his role of Wolverine in the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie, I figured now would be a great time to take a look at some of the memorable moments the two mutants have had together, and what fans need to see recreated between the pair in the film. First up would be the moment in Wolverine issue number 23, where Deadpool and Wolverine were probably the closest they've ever been. Like, literally. A villain placed the two mutants in a room full of buzzsaws where they were chopped into pieces. But since the two have rapid healing abilities, we saw the disgustingly gruesome results of a fused Deadpool and Logan. Now, it was gross, but seeing a weird fusion between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman on screen would be cool. It's horrifying, but still cool. Now next, to kind of lighten up the visuals a bit, it'd be great to see a similar interaction between Logan and Deadpool to the one we saw in the 2013 video game where Wade was asking to fly the Blackbird to Genosha.
Wait, Genosha the island? Hey, we'll have to fly there. Are we taking the Blackbird? Oh, I always wanted to fly the Blackbird.
No goddamn way.
And then there's X-Men Origins Wolverine. It'd be great to see a recreation of the final fight scene between Wolverine and that weird mouthless Deadpool, but, have it intentionally funny this time.
Wait, is that you? Yeah, Stryker finally figured out how to shut you up.
Hey, it's me. Don't scratch. Just cleaning up the timelines. Look, eventually, you're gonna hang up the claws, and it's gonna make a lot of people very sad.
Huh?
But one day, your old pal Wade's gonna ask you to get back in the saddle again. And when he does, say yes.
And hey, since Deadpool is now part of the MCU, it'd be great to see him interact with some other iconic superheroes like the Hulk, kind of like we saw in Hulk vs. Wolverine.
Logan, we're friends. No!
And finally, one of my all-time favorite moments with Deadpool and Wolverine took place in Wolverine Origins issues 21 through 25, where Deadpool was hired to kill Logan and did so using methods taken directly from the Wile E. Coyote Looney Tunes playbook. Now we're talking dropping a piano on the man's head, sending a bomb-filled a tripwire dragging the guy, the list goes on. And it's honestly a great read if you want to check it out, and something that would be awesome to see in live action. I would love to know what you hope to see in the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie. Comment down below, and yeah, I think we can all agree 2024 can't come soon enough. Now, in other superhero news, the director of the upcoming Blade movie is stepping down. Now, former director of the Daywalker vampire flick, Bassem Tariq, has confirmed he won't be moving forward as director due to scheduling conflicts, but will serve as executive producer. Now, the movie is scheduled to begin shooting in November, but that may not happen if there's no one in place to helm the film. Now, Blade is expected to premiere in November of 2023, but we'll keep you posted if that changes. And finally, would you look at that? It's actually happened. The free streaming service Tubi thought it'd be a great idea to make a movie based on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Now, the movie, aptly titled Hot Take: The Depp-Heard Trial, is a fictionalized retelling of the court case, even though there's actual trial footage you can just go out and watch. Now, Tubi apparently fast-tracked the movie to capitalize on the momentum set up by the actual story that was unfolding. Now, the movie stars a bunch of people you probably never Amber heard of, so I won't go in Johnny Depp listing them all out. Now, you can stream it for free on Tubi this Friday.
The Halo Championship Series Major Orlando had a huge in-person weekend, and Optic Gaming was the reigning champion. The early games of the final series looked dominant, from Optic facing off against Cloud9, the team that had just run victoriously through the lower bracket. Optic had incredible teamwork, with all 4 players having double-digit assist numbers. Did have a great match closing out Optic in the King of the Hill match on Recharge, but Optic came back to shut them down in Street Strongholds by taking the nail-biting match win, 250 points to 230. Even though C9 had a great run, Optic showed up at LAN to be absolutely dominant and to comb the 2022 HCS trophy. Optic's formal said, "We worked real hard for this. I couldn't be more proud of how far we've come and the resilience we showed all weekend." The next competition for them will be Halo World Championship in Seattle, October 21st, so I look forward to seeing them compete. ESL Pro League Season 16 is underway in Malta, but the excitement is muddled by the poor living conditions reported for the pro players. Navi Simple was outraged at their hotel room stay and tweeted, "Hey, at ESL, wake up and tell your employees to remember what professionalism is. Terrible communication with the teams and with this shit hotel." Simple proceeded to tweet a photo of the hotel room he was staying in that showed dirty mold on the walls and ceiling around the air vents. He also said he woke up with ants in his bed along with the mold in the room. ESL's Senior Vice President of Game Ecosystems, Ulrich Scholz, responded to Simple's comment in a thread on Reddit and said they were investigating the issues. Scholz also stated that Simple was the only player to raise any complaints of all the players on the 24 teams. We'll keep you updated on what comes of the investigation and if the players are rehoused. I'm so happy to be talking about this news because it really means a lot to me to see more women in the esports scene. Guild Esports, in joining up with entertainment company Sky UK, has made the initiative to create more opportunities for women in the competitive gaming space. Guild is actually partly owned by David Beckham. Yes, that Beckham from soccer, and they funded an all-female Rocket League team. This is the second all-female roster the org signed after their all-female Valorant team Guild X they signed last year. Hopefully this partnership with Sky UK means even more funding for more female esports teams, and we'll see more sponsorships for those teams and more in competitions in the future. I'm Stella Chung, and that was your Weekly Fix. We'll be back here next Saturday with more of the biggest gaming and entertainment news of the week. See you then.